Welcome to kcheebplays, Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. Let's get started. Kalinka had the offer documents from Mosto Trust on her lap. She was hesitant to start reading. Almost her whole life had been wrapped up in this business. It began with her family's emigration to Fjordland and working in the office of Bramsky Construction. Then on to the start of her own empire that began with the iron ore extraction and subsequently the oil fields of Miadzol. Was she ready for this? Could she take the check and retire? She wasn't sure, but one thing she did know. She wanted to be able to enjoy retirement. Christoph's health had stabilized, but for how long? A question you'll never know the answer to, until you know the answer. She looked at Christoph lovingly. He was in his chair beside the couch, listening to a podcast on his tablet. He was a good man, and she wanted to spend as much quality time as she could with him. Christoph, feeling he was under a microscope, looked up and returned Kalinka's smile. He tapped the screen and said, "What's on your mind, love?" "I'd have thought you'd have been through the offer already and halfway through the counteroffer." Kalinka laughed. He knew her very well. And under different circumstances, she would have been halfway through the counteroffer. She said, "I'm having trouble getting started, Christoph. Doubt is creeping into my mind, and I'm wondering if this truly is the right thing for us to do." "Well," Christoph said, "we've been over this a number of times. I thought we agreed now was as good a time as any. It's not often a company the size of Mosto Trust approaches you with an offer. There are only so many companies out there with the resources to make us an offer. If we turn them down, how long until another comes along?" I know, Kalinka lamented. "It's just hard for me to imagine letting go of something we've grown and nurtured. Not to mention I'm unsure how Ulyov is going to react. I know this past couple of months it seemed like I couldn't care less about Ulyov and his feelings. But this was business. I do care about him, even though he gets, distracted from time to time." Christoph replied, "You best make sure he understands that at our meeting tomorrow. I think you have him completely on edge." Kalinka sighed. "I know what I'm going to say to him. I hope he accepts it." Christoph said, "How about we make it an early night? It's going to be a long and potentially stressful day tomorrow. A good night's sleep will go a long way." "I think that's a great idea," Kalinka said. Her wink did not go unnoticed. Hi, Cheeb here. Welcome to episode 93. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. Hope you enjoy it, and let's get on with what we're going to get to today. So you can see our monument's done here. I'm just going to take a quick second to say something about it, and then I don't think I need to say anything more. I'm happy the issue has been resolved, and hopefully 3 Division can get back to regularly scheduled work, and we can get this game ready for all the good stuff that's coming. So anyway, really happy it's dealt with, and let's make this game better and more fun, although I'm having a hard time figuring out how we're going to make it more fun. Anyway, onwards and upwards, what we need to get to today. We got to finish planning our container harbor, but there's a couple things that I noticed that aren't dealt with. The first one being these little access roads here. Yeah, so that's an issue. So we got to get our, let's see here, Kopty Slav buses going on there, and there we go. Get them working there, and I think just so I don't forget, I'll assign the buses to them, and that should be done. The other thing is, I didn't realize that I didn't just queue up 2, so we're building another Mi-10. So the next things I want to do is build a couple of planes. Oh, I'm gonna have to, buying a license. Did I click on dollars? Yes, I did. A couple of planes. Really tempting to do this, but I don't think we need to bring 150 people in at a time. Maybe we'll get there. There was what are the 164, 75? Are we getting, yeah, temperature thing. Okay. I'm just looking for something that's a reasonable size here. These, yeah, not quite as fast as I'd like them to be for the US ones, so let's see what we can come up with for an appropriate 75 pass. I think 75 at a time is a pretty good number, although I keep looking at this and this is tempting. It really is tempting. 420, 810. Let's see, what's our fastest one? Obviously the TU 144. Yeah, that's not necessary. Which one looks better? Okay, I'm going with this one. All right, we'll queue that up. And I'm going to queue 2 of them. And then I'm going to stop production. And let's go with random colors, sure. Cool. Okay, so that's sorted out. We had a whole raft of stop production messages. I think that was temperature related. Yeah, definitely temperature related. Now, this missing resource food. Little concerning, to say the least, but just because it's come up a couple of times. And it is out of food, but this warehouse here has more than enough to bridge the gap. And I'm hoping, what are you bringing? Oh, you're bringing food. So, yeah, there'll definitely be enough food to go around there. I'll just do a quick spot check here to make sure everything's happy. We've got the safety net out. Still not coming together there. Is there anyone on their way with food? No. So we still need the safety net out. So still got some issues down here with the food that we have or don't have. We're in harvest. We've got the second field up here, so I'm hoping that's going to give us enough headroom. We'll see as we get through this next winter what happens with that. So safety net's out, not really risking too much there, so it is what it is. Now the full-in tanker, I was just having a quick peek at these, and I'd like to double these up, so it means I'm going to need 3 of the full-in tankers. I've still got, was I going to do 2? No, I need 3. Yeah, 1 in production, next in production. Okay, I'm fine. So 2 more full-in tankers. No, 3 more. After that, yeah, because we have 1, 2, and 3. Hopefully you guys can get your poop in a pile and get that sorted out. So this airport's ready to go. We're waiting for the other one to be finished and a couple planes to be built, and we'll go from there. So let's get this shouldn't be too much longer. We need a little bit more concrete. Missing meat. That's not cool either. Let's get into building mode here. So we want a excuse me, a little a bridge, small bridge over here, but we also have to make sure that we leave room for some foot traffic as well. And we're gonna need fuel. So I'm thinking the best way to provide fuel is to come in down here, drop off, Then we'll build two bridges over. This is going to be a little bit of a task, so to speak. So let's clear a little bit of space here. I'm going to need a little bit more anyway, just to... because we're going to have the passenger terminal over here as well. So get a little bit more space. And go with lower here so I can get this back to where I want it to be. Put the grid on and zoom in a tad just to get a little bit finer work dealt with. Don't get too carried away. Okay, let's see if we can get passenger harbor. In here. I don't need to cram it in. One there. And a little bit more terraforming. Bear with me. Center, yes, please. Again, just a little bit more space here. And push this back. Harbor time. Didn't look at was how far back. Okay. Sorry, I need to get this lined up. It's right on. Okay. Looks like it's lined up right about there. Make sure I got some space. There we go. Okay, so now what do? We need a reservoir or a tank, and we need a bridge across. This is going to be very tricky, I think. I start from the inside. Go with that to give myself the lineup there, and bridge. It's gonna look silly because I'm gonna want a little bit more space there. Silly as in the piece that's flat at the top is going to be fairly short. So bring this up to how long is this? How many spots? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a bit. 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're not gonna. Okay. Let's try that again. Need to go up 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. down to ground level. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A little steeper than I would have liked it to be. But I guess we're in a bit of a needs must. Okay. Should be good. And guess what? More terraforming. Fortunately, this isn't of the major variety. Okay. This will be coming somewhere here. Now, let's get rid of some of this other stuff. Oh, it's gonna be snug for sure. So I got a little bit more room, but to keep it in sync. 3. Snap on there for me, please. That didn't work the way I wanted to. Been using the the grid as my marker, so if I'm going to use it, I may as well use it, right? And try to snap it to the right place. There we go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, less than ideal. Where's this gonna have to connect into? Somewhere in here. Go from, is that where I was kind of, yeah, about the edge of the building where I was looking at. That is gonna be tight. I'm gonna sneak one more. Actually, there's more space here than I'm giving myself. Don't need to cram that in there, do I? Just for the sake of, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from here. Right, brain's working overtime here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right there. And then we can take this up this way for our exit. Remembering we gotta, yeah, that's good that it's a little further away because should make it a little easier to get in there. So let's see how ugly this is going to be. Oh, not so bad. We've definitely got enough nodes for track sharing. How can we get this one connected? Will work. And it is the exit, so it's not nearly as problematic for trains lining up and that kind of stuff. Oh, missing messages. What I really want to do is get this dealt with here so that we're in a situation of being able to get our rail started running at least down to here. Maybe not over to the city just yet, but at least get them starting working on the in path. And let's get rid of this abomination. And some of these nodes, make them go away. Yeah, that's going to be so much better. Come on. Don't know how well that's going to cooperate. Got a little bit of space there. Maybe I'll just take this one back a little bit to try to make those distinct. The magic number was 50, was it not? I may end up doing the same thing with this one because this isn't great either. Okay, let's come back here. I think that's a much better way to line all of these up. Keeps them separate. Lots of access. Now, what do we? Now we could bring these out. I don't think we need to run 4 full lines onto this, although that does give us a little bit of weighting. Yeah, you'll be fine. And we're still 28C, so that's cool. I think if we have just the one main line in, something like that, it's going to give us plenty of room for queuing. Let's see, if I make that 150. I'm just testing this out. I haven't done any pre-work on this yet. I haven't done any pre-work on this. Connect that in there. No. That's not going to work very well at all. Yeah. Not that much of a fan, honestly. Fighting me. What if I did run all 4 of them, rather than trying to mess around connecting them up individually? Probably going to look better. I don't know if it's going to let me get rid of this one or not. Nope. Ew. Look at how much you need. For the 4 of them, I'm gonna need, if I go with the 50 meters, I need 150 meters for the full meal deal. Now wondering if I do 2 of them, 2 connection points. What I'm trying to say. Let's see. Oh, hello, autosave. I want to make sure I've got my 150 meters and then just connect that up like this. And bring this one in. What's that going to look like? Not great. Not great at all. Less bad? Is that a thing? Sorry, just trying to even these up so I can get the 50 meters and make it, or close to the 50 meters to make it look somewhat reasonable. Yeah, that should work. Okay. Now, how do we get out of this place? Oh, and we have ourselves... Beautiful. I can now send... if I can find him. And sorry for using the male pronoun there. It's habit. Not that that's an excuse necessarily, but there we go. Okay, so I can set you up. You're not going to get it. You're not going to be going anywhere for a long, long time, but I want you to go here and then to the, we'll go Soviets and get you out of the way. Oh, and here I want you to wait until loaded. And then you should just sit there. Cool. Okay. More rail action. Now, how do I smoothly get this up and over to there? Not waste too much of my potential farmland that I need. I think we can just bring this down. Doesn't look so bad. It's not exactly on the same angle, though, is it? Okay, let's see what I can do. Oops. Rail, please. This looks... Yeah. This looks more along the lines of what I was thinking. And our town is going to be in this area. We'll have the shuttles running back and forth. Cool. Okay. So now we need this one running. Stupid clouds. Where do we need that one running? What I'm going to do, I'm going to smooth this all out because I like that to look, actually. Let's not get too carried away. I know I'm trying to go as fast as I can. And that's when mistakes happen, right? So let's run a little protection there. Smooth. Smooth, smooth. Oops. Just trying to zoom in there. See if we can get rid of all of that red that's there. This is also going to be our exit there as well, so having that smooth is important for sure. Okay. Now, do I want to run this just straight up there? It's probably not a bad idea. Wondering if I can use the lock or snap to grid. That's going to cooperate. Yep. Nice. I just need to know where my grid is. Zoom in a little bit to get more of that straight grid action. Just as it goes off into the distance, it tends to break up a little bit. Okay, where we're headed. Down this way. Okay. Definitely gonna need a double set here for the in and the out, right? It's down here. Pretty smooth. Now this is going to be the little bit trickier, I think. Oh, I'm looking at this going, why is there a double rail here? Faked myself out. Okay. Definitely not going to be double rail here. Okay, and then we can have our drop off here, load up our fuel tank, and then just pump it to all of these harbors. They can connect back in, run back. Beautiful. We'll get that planned in next. This next one, do I need this squared off? I don't know. I really do want to finish the planning of this and get going on. I know I'm about half an hour now, so just bear with me. Will be another maybe 10 minutes, 15 at the most. Just need to push this back. Kind of underestimated a little bit how much more space I was going to need. All good. I'm not sure that I need that other one, but if there is a bypass or some such, we need this little section of rail here. What I'm referring to. I don't mind. This is behaving a little oddly. Did I go? Oh, because I did terrain smooth. That's why. It's always the tool, never the person running the tool. Okay, let's see if I can make this look reasonable. Where do I want to exit? That's the next question. I think probably somewhere along that line. Means need to get that smoothed. Okay, I'll get there. We got about a 20-meter climb to make there. I mean, the other option would be to just take that out, drop it down and make it 10 meters. I think that's probably a better plan. It's going to look fairly janky, I think. Okay. Please go away. Thank you. All right. Push that back. Going up 10 meters isn't a big deal for a train. Especially if you give it enough lead in, I suppose. Is the right... I don't know if that's the right terminology or not. Smooth this, give the tracks a little bit of smoothness there. Sure, not sure. Because we're going to need... Let's see, I need to turn that off. A way to get all of our other friends in there. And how are you going to want to connect? Sure. As soon as you get your connection dealt with, that's cool with me. Interesting. You'll go beside, but not on. This is interesting. Not had to deal with this before. That actually looks a little bit better. then we can get these all connected up. Okay, way in, way out. And I can run this, turn this back on so that snaps on there. Okay, it's all dealt with. Now, how bad is this going to be? Well, pretty bad if you don't connect it up to the rail you're trying to get to. Yeah, that needs to come back a little bit further. Right about there, perhaps. Okay. Let's try this again and see if we can make it a little bit. Work with me. That's reasonable. Autosave. Autosave. Okay. I think we're there. And our branch off for the city. It's going to be an interesting trip through the hills. But, yeah, that'll be what it is. Okay. Yeah, I know you're out of fuel, but you're also out of the way, so that's good by me. Don't do that. Thank you. All right, so let me commit to this. And get our construction office working on this stuff. Yes, please. Thank you. Good. Okay. Let's go and check on a couple of things. Some of the stuff we talked about earlier. Where are we here now? Still safety net mode. Well, they've got food now, so that's a good thing. I'm guessing that we have all the crops here now. Yeah, we've definitely got enough. So I'm gonna leave the safety net out just because I don't think until probably next midsummer is when we typically see this, when we start running out of the crops. This should start filling up again, as we can see here. So we got, obviously enough crops to deal with that, so that's good. Our container express, the second one, not quite 2/3 of the way through. And where are we at? Ooh, 90% happiness. That's a little low. We'll have to have a look at that next go round. Okay, got it all finished. Sweet. Something else. Oh, sorry. I did want to do something else now that we have a little bit of time. So, or at least the copy slaw. I want to get them building the rest of this road. So, get them working on that. And I noticed I have this one being constructed, but as you'll see, this is the Mayadzol one. It's, okay, there's, we got the materials and the people there, but man, they're coming from a long ways away. So I'm gonna get Copy Slaw doing the rest of these as well. We've got, we're doing pretty well here for materials. Obviously, the 2 trains setup seems to be working much better, and obviously a couple more. The bauxite not quite there, but the supply that we're getting to here is enough. It's cool. It's good. We even have enough for export, so that's nice. And we'll get quickly do the copy slaw doing the rest of these. No time crunch on those by any stretch, but get them done, and then we should have plenty of raw bauxite to deal with. So cool. We've got our rail network in. Pretty happy with the way this stuff is laid out. And do another little sanity check on everything that's happening in here. I think we've got it laid out the way we want to. So cool. Get some roads laid in here somehow, some way, some footpaths, and hopefully get this this stuff up and running sooner rather than later. We'll get the city planned out and see about getting our rail into it. So there you go. Thanks for hanging with me today. Appreciate you. Again, your time is valuable to you, and I appreciate you spending it with me. It's been fun. Catch you in the next one. Cheers.